Hi, it's Jo, and today I'm watching How to Get Away with Murder, Season 4, Episode 5, which is called I Love Her. So sorry this is a couple of days late. I've been feeling really awful the last couple of days, and I'm feeling a bit better today, but if I'm honest, I've just been desperate to get to watching the couple of shows that I haven't been able to, because I wanted to react to them, but I couldn't because I was ill. So anyway, I am very much excited to get straight back into this. I'm going to learn more about Bonnie this episode. Where's Connor? Is this the flash forward night, or is this like tonight? Who's she there to see? Is this his office?
Thank you for seeing me.
Come.
I don't trust either of them.
This is about May.
I'm pathetic.
May, Anna May.
What use to
Well, a
describe
month.
you?
So we jump forward a month from last week's episode. Ooh, Bonnie flashbacks.
I'd rather stay in a two-star hotel than this mess we're currently
Babies.
living in.
Honk honk, you're chariot away.
Connor's making a mess while not doing anything.
I'd rather you find a job. I'm sorry that was bitchy. I didn't mean that.
He did. Oliver!
Sorry.
Oh, Connor. Remember that time he killed Wes's biological father? I know he wasn't a great guy, but killed the baby's granddad. I do really believe in this. I feel like Annalise needs a team with her because it's just such a huge scale and important thing. But I love it. I mean, if Bonnie really tries to derail this, such a good cause, because of her pettiness with Annalise. Or was her baby still out there somewhere?
Her guilt.
Could you get him off?
Block.
He finds a way to be in every season.
Thanks.
It's a really good cause.
Is this about the...
I really want this all to go well for Michaela because that is what she wants.
I'll pick you up at your desk.
It's so weird that Oliver's friends with Simon.
Free snacks and heated toilet seats.
So you're choosing a... Meet me here.
Oh, I'm scared.
I know someone for your case.
You better be genuine.
If you get caught disbarred, you would have gotten all these people's hopes up for nothing.
I just need a few
That's a
more
good point.
signatures.
Not seen Annalise around the jail.
Thank you, Nate.
Did you check the visitors log? That's not what she's doing.
We'll go talk to her. Ask her to
Oh,
her face.
Bonnie. You don't want to do this.
So sorry, I'm
Old enough to speak your mind.
Not old enough to stand up to my father. A man who said he would kill me and my sister and get rid of our bodies in the furnace of City Hall if I said anything. Would you have told anyone?
Are you trying to? Otherwise, you don't have a job.
Was it Bonnie's case that made her leave the firm and like make her own organisation?
Good memory with May.
Why would you ask?
The councilman is a father. He has a family. Their lives will be destroyed based on something you think he might have done.
Because
So
the
I'm
family
asking you
should
once
definitely be
again,
found arrested
is
and
there any
guilty.
doubt whatsoever that it was him who did all of these terrible... I want to try.
Yeah. Connor. I just love you a lot.
Best housewife ever.
He wants to be a housewife. Oh. So Oliver hasn't told Connor then that he's helping with the West investigation.
Pointers on how
They've
to be a horrible
switched.
monster who lies to their boyfriend.
It's for their own protection.
They've
Protection
switched.
from how stupid this idea is.
That's what Connor used to do for Oliver, lie to him to protect him.
Is there anything else I can do for you tonight?
Yes.
I don't like this. It's a very open office. Anyone could see.
No. Yeah, you did. You're blushing.
I love that they're
Frankie
friends.
wants Frankie D.
Oh, Connor. Connor. Sure, there's like a register for every keystroke or something.
Secondary verification. This could go to Tina's phone.
Wait.
Oh god.
Okay, go ahead. Get out, get out.
I think I just peed a little.
What's the haps, nerds?
Street?
Girl, that's such a good idea I can hardly contain myself.
Ooh, I don't like Simon working there. Connor! Oh my god.
Here.
No booze?
Is he gonna work with her?
Mine.
You tell me what this is?
Work.
Is Connor gonna
Heard
work
you
with
dropped
her?
out. Why?
He needs to drop back in.
Because of you.
No one else has
My
actually
life
asked him
would
why.
Still
have
be
they?
normal. You know, you've grown a lot since then.
He has. You
I
have.
almost just slept with some guy off Humper. Too.
But you didn't.
We did so many bad things.
Oh, God.
can't think about that. But it's all my
Connor.
Sam's bloody head. Wes in the basement. You know, I'm actually jealous of him. At least he doesn't have to live with any of this anymore.
Connor.
I'm not like you. I can't just move on.
You're a lot stronger than you think, Connor.
I just told you I wanted to die.
Help
How's that
him.
strong?
Because you came here instead.
I already sent you the photo.
See, Connor, he's grown so much as a person. He's just been sort of beaten down by everything they've been through. But in terms of his character growth, he has become such a good person, a true version of himself, without compromising himself. But he's also just been broken, understandably so, by everything. Oh, Michaela, you should tell Asher. So she cheated on Wes as well. Wonderful.
It's not
Such good people. You feel so sick that you did that to him that you're still sleeping with Frank and now making him cheat on Bonnie. I believe you, Laurel. I mean, I do believe her, but I don't think she's behaving very well.
You think you can save it?
IGS is the title of the episode.
If I mean
I
it.
do feel so awful for Bonnie. I can never forgive her for Rebecca,
Say it. See how it feels.
but I do want Bonnie to find peace.
I love her.
You do.
It was despicable what I did to you. And as sorry
It
as I am,
was.
I didn't.
So did Bonnie do something to disrupt her whole investigation?
Me, Gigi, Luna, a whole bunch of us.
How many?
And that's why she's upset.
So if you mess
Oh, Annalise, I love seeing her so happy, but I feel like Bonnie's going to destroy something about this case.
I was trying to do something good.
She was.
You don't need me. You don't. And maybe you never did.
I know why Bonnie feels like that, but the reason Annalise
You're wrong.
fired her wasn't that.
I never saw you as nothing. You were never trash in my eyes.
Is he actually taking his LSAT?
You're
Yes.
telling me because I need help.
And you need to get off your ass and do something.
I didn't have anyone.
at the office.
Tell Asher!
Tegan has a huge presentation.
And Connor for that matter.
I love that you
That's what the class action was about.
Ooh,
Why can't you do that with me?
she's revealed too much
I
now.
know how to. I came here to hurt
He
her.
knows now. Oh my god.
Who's the suspect?
Kale.
Oh my god! Asher's imprisoned, crying. Where's Connor? I mean, I feel like Where's Connor could very well be at home in bed because he's not linked to that side of it, but he's linked to the Annalise side now. Annalise's apartment is crammed in, there's blood in the lift. I'm very stressed about where Connor is in the flash forward. Oh my gosh, that was another really good episode. I am just broken for Connor. I mean, everything he's been through, of course, he's feeling the way he's feeling. I'm so glad he finally talked to someone. I think he and Annalise have a really interesting relationship. I think ever since last season they had that absolute clash where they shouted at each other. I think their relationship now is actually quite strong because they've said the worst things they could say to each other, and you know, they bonded, they can be there for each other. She believed him over West, but she didn't hold anything against him, and he realised that he had to believe her too, and the reason he hadn't been was because of his own guilt. And I mean, he'll still say she ruined their lives to an extent. He's right. It was, you know, I mean, when she picked them for the Keating Five, ruined their lives, but she wasn't doing that to cause a whole murder spiral. She was doing that because they did well in the challenge she set them. So in that sense, she has ruined their life. And maybe if she'd been a professor who'd said, we'll go to the police, I'll back you up, that Sam's a violent man. You know, I can show him the bruises on my neck from where he just tried to strangle me, I could give him blah, blah, blah. I will defend you, I will help you, might have been a more helpful way to stop their lives spiralling. But I know why she did what she did, and I do think that they are a family, whether they like it or not. I do wish Connor could talk to Oliver, and I also wish that Oliver, Michaela and Laurel would tell Connor and Asher at the very least, because they are all part of it together, especially given that they're both dating members of this little new group that's doing the investigating. I know they want to keep them safe, but they're already not safe just by association, especially in this case, where you've got the criminals who murder people who put their noses into it, or who say they won't go after family members and loved ones. So, that being said, I do think they should be telling Asher and Connor now that it's getting this serious. Just, I mean, if they need an alibi, where were you that night? Oh, by the way, Connor, you know, can you be alibi in the future? I don't know. But basically, they just should be telling them. Oliver being involved and not telling Connor is quite an interesting twist on the early seasons, and I like that. Is Connor going to tell them he's helping Annalise on her class action suit, or are they both just be lying to each other? I kind of, for Connor's sake, I almost wish he'd go back to work. Not that I think he can, because he threw the check at his dad, but I wish he'd go back to school just for his own sake, while he figures out what he wants to do. Then if, while he's there, he decides that he definitely doesn't want to be a lawyer, drop out and go on to try and do whatever you're doing. But I feel like when you're not sure what you're doing, at least finishing off the course you're doing is probably a good idea. But I love that he's helping Annalise. I hoped that would happen when he went to see her. I'm glad that he's, you know, talking to people and in his own way seeking help for his issues, rather than just wallowing in it or self-destructing anymore. I do wish he talked to Oliver, and I wish Oliver would talk to Connor. Michaela and Ash need to talk, like I said. Laurel, I mean, she cheated on Wes with Frank, and now they're cheating on Bonnie. I mean, I don't know, I feel like for someone who claims you're so guilty about cheating on Wes, which, I mean, I believe that she is that guilty, of course she is, but if you do that, why would you then go back with Frank? Why would you then enter another affair with him? You're carrying Wes's baby, it's still inside you. It's not even like it's in the cot over there, it's inside you, and you're taking Frank. I know she just wanted to sleep with anyone, but I am not a fan of that whole situation at all. I feel horrendous for Bonnie. I mean, I always have. Her life has just been awful, and I don't blame her for being the person she is, but I feel like she could still be a better person. I mean, killing Rebecca, she was, like I said before, I'd never forgive that, ever. To this day, she's not shown the least bit of remorse over the situation at all. I think it's important for her to actually seek help over the Annalise thing and her connection to Annalise, because Annalise is everything to her, was her entire life, and although I don't think going to Annalise's therapist was obviously the right call, I do think she should go to a different therapist and talk about it. I mean, sabotaging the case, even if you think Annalise is just doing it for Annalise, is such an important cause that I don't know, I don't agree with that at all. But I think Bonnie herself doesn't agree with what she did. She was just doing it to her Annalise, and she succeeded. But Annalise has gone now, so they'll be an unstoppable duo, and nothing will go wrong, right? The flash forward, is the thing at Kaplan and Gold linked to the thing in Annalise's apartment and Laurel? Where was Laurel? Which one of them was Laurel? I mean, Michaela was stood there by the babies saying, he's dead, isn't he? He's dead. I'm just so worried that Connor hasn't been in it yet. And I get why he hasn't been in it yet. They haven't. Where's Connor? Has Connor got the baby? I don't know, why would Connor have the baby? Who knows? Next week better show me where Connor is in this scenario. But that was fantastic. I cannot wait to find out the mystery. Thank you for watching.